seen what is enum, what is sole constructor, how the enum basically is created in the program. And now we will talk about how do we access the enum constants. So here we will say red, green, and blue are enum constants. Correct? Now, when I say these constants, the ordinal value means the positional value which is given to enum constant is 0, 1, and 2. So, as you know, whenever I'm creating an enum color, in the background, it will create a class enum. In the background, it will have 3 static fields, red, green, and blue. So, if I would like to access the field red, I'll just write system.out.println, and if I'm just saying red and semicolon, at this moment, red is a field which is declared outside the main, outside the day 6_4. Is it visible directly outside? No. It is basically present inside the enum color. But when I'm saying it is present within the enum color, background is everyone knows the red is created as the field within the class, correct? So here I'll go for color.red. So when I say color.red, let us try to print green and blue. So let's execute. Can you see it is giving me the actual name which is allocated to the constant. It is not giving me the positional value. So when you just print color.red, green and blue, it is going to print the actual values. Next, when I say color.red dot name field and dot name field plus I'm putting some /t and again I'm saying color.red dot ordinal. Again, color dot green dot ordinal, color dot blue dot ordinal. Let us execute. Can you see? Now it has given me 0, 1 and 2. Are we okay? Everyone. Did you all understand the name and the ordinal field? All right. Shall we proceed? All right. Now, let us see. I'll copy the same enum color with the same main. Everyone knows that whenever I have created an enum color, it is having 3 fields, red, green, blue. It is having 2 methods, something called as values and value of, correct? So, if I'm saying I have to access the values method, this values method is present in which class? Tell me. Color class. Is it static or non-static? Static. Please tell me, values method को access करने के लिए हमें कैसे access करना पड़ेगा? Write the syntax. Color dot values. What is its return type? Guys, its return type is a color array. Correct? So, can I say, if I want to write color dot values, this method is going to give me one array of type color. Maybe I'm saying C. Have you now understood, everyone? Everyone. So now, How many values will be there in the C array? 3 values. Correct. So can I write for each color CLR in my array C system.out.println CLR dot, maybe I want to get its name and maybe I want to get its ordinal value. I'll execute. कुछ समझ में आया? Everyone. Right. So please understand, if you all have understood enum before the lecture, suppose मैं एक enum बनाती हूँ. Maybe I'm saying enum, I'm saying department, right? And I'm saying maybe com, IT, mech, and let us say civil, right? In this case, quickly tell me, मेरे क्लास का नाम क्या रहेगा? डिपार्टमेंट. एक्सटेंड कहाँ से होगा? एक्सटेंड कहाँ से होगा? क्लास enum. परफेक्ट. हाउ मेनी फील्ड्स आई हैव? इस क्लास के अंदर कौन सी फील्ड्स रहेंगे? 4. पब्लिक, स्टैटिक, फाइनल फील्ड, com. Do you agree? Right. So as if there will be 4 fields which will be created. One for IT, one for mech, and one for civil. Right? इसके अलावा और कौन से 2 methods create होंगे? One is static, values. What it is going to return me? Department, array. Do you all agree? यहाँ पे color नहीं है. It's department. अभी कुछ समझ में आया? I've tried my level best to explain you in a simpler way. Correct? अब अगर मुझे values fetch करना है method को, तो can I give a call to departments.values? वही मैंने यहाँ पे किया है color.values. उसका रिटर्न टाइप भी उसी टाइप का रहेगा ना, इसलिए मैंने यहाँ पे कलर array बनाया है. And I hope I am not here to explain you this for loop again. It's a one-dimensional array, guys, and I hope you know how to write advanced, you can say, for loop. For each color CLR in an array C, तो पहले C में क्या जाएगा? Red. Then it will take its name, तो red print किया. It will take its ordinal, so it is 0. It will see there's a for loop, will point to green. So color dot green and उसका ordinal. Blue उसका ordinal. Are we okay with this? Is it okay? Values is a function call. Is a function call. It's a function call. किसी भी क्लास के फंक्शन को कॉल करने के लिए आपको लेफ्ट साइड में ऑब्जेक्ट नेम लगता है या क्लास नेम लगता है? Then what I was speaking since last half an hour. I hope you all are there. If you do not concentrate, you will definitely not understand anything. I have spoken very clearly in this day 6 and I have written very clearly. Shall I zoom it more? Can you see? Here it is. 3 fields. These are the fields. And can you see? These are the methods. Fields को call करने के लिए object लगता है, but they all are static. तो मैंने यहाँ पे color dot red, color dot green, color dot blue. I hope it is clear now. Methods को call करने के लिए we need class name और method name. Were you there half an hour before? The one who's asking me what value is doing over here. Right. So अभी समझ में आया? Shall we go ahead? Shall we go ahead? Perfect. Audio-ability is not working? No, it's working fine at my end. Right? Just check at your end. Others, please confirm. It's working fine. All right. So let us go ahead with another, you can say, example. The last example of enum. Now, everyone, can you please tell me, in the previous scenario, if I create any enum, by default, ordinal value is not going to change. Do you agree? Ordinal value is not going to change. For example, if I'm saying, let us have one enum day, correct? And in this enum day, I have something SUN, then Monday, and then Tuesday. At this moment, I'm saying I have three fields. So sun is giving the ordinal value as 0, mon is given the ordinal value as 1, tues is basically given the ordinal value as 2. The ordinal values are the positions at which the constants are declared. So the ordinal values are never going to change. By default, if you declare this simple enum, in the background, it generates 3 static fields and 2 methods. But at certain point of time, अगर आपको C में भी याद रहेगा, आप खुद के user defined values enum को दे सकते थे. Do you remember? Right. The same thing I want to do it over here. I want to give the values maybe 1 or maybe 10 to Sunday. मतलब मुझे उसका फुल फॉर्म भी चाहिए और उसका एक कांस्टेंट वैल्यू दूसरा भी लिखना है. Maybe I'll say 220 and or maybe I'll say Sunday as the first day, Monday as the second day, and I will write a full name also, and Tuesday as the third day, and I'll write Tuesday. Right? So at this moment, I have specified 3 enum constant. So 3 fields will be created. By default, they are given 0, 1, 2 as a ordinal value. But now I want to give my own user defined values. So can I say, जब हम user defined values supply करते हैं, तो हमें कोई ना कोई initializer लगता है? Yes. If we need an initializer, so for the enum, I have enum ka initializer. I need an initializer for it. Correct? So here, I'll declare integer, maybe day number, and I'll say integer day name. These are the 2 fields that I have declared. So here I'll write constructor, integer day number, and maybe in string. Maybe string day name. This dot day name is equal to day name, and this dot day number is equal to day number. Everyone. I'll just make it 2. Right. Everyone, please observe. We have created one string enum day with the 3 constants. We have created day number and day name, where we have said this is the constructor which I'm creating in my program. So let us say now I'm writing system.out.println day dot Sunday dot name, and I'll say day dot Sunday dot ordinal. At this moment, when you write name, it is going to give you SUN. When you write ordinal, it is going to give me the ordinal value as 0. But right now, I want to get its number and day number and day name. If I want to write its day number and day name, can I write a getter for it? Where I'll say return type is integer, get day number. So I'm going to return this dot get day number. Similarly, here I'll say string get day name. So I'll say return this dot day name. Are you okay with this? जैसे आप getters and setters लिख रहे थे, वैसे हमने यहाँ पे getters and setters लिखा है, right? So here, I'll write name, I'll write ordinal value. Next, I'll say get day number. So we will write day dot Sunday dot get day name, and we will get day name. Right? Let us execute this and check. Can you see? If you are not passing anything, तो आपका name and ordinal value by default था sun and 0. But if you want to assign your own values and own some more data, in that case, you must have to specify constructor for it and getters for it. Can you see? Get day number, get day name, 1 and Sunday दिया है. कुछ कोड समझ में आया? This is the example of creation of user defined enum. If we try to add some fields on enum constants, or if we want to add some data on enum constants, we must specify constructor of our own. मतलब वो सोल कंस्ट्रक्टर तो अपना जॉब करेगा बिकॉज दैट्स अ डिफॉल्ट कंस्ट्रक्टर, बट उसके अलावा अगर आपको कुछ एडिशन करना है तो आपको खुद का ओन कंस्ट्रक्टर डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा. ओके, इज इट ओके? ऑलराइट, सो एवरी टाइम पहले सोल कंस्ट्रक्टर कॉल होगा, बाद में आपका खुद का कंस्ट्रक्टर कॉल होगा. Both the data will be present. You want to see? Let us copy this. Right? Let's go to VS Code. We will create one new file, maybe demo. Something, yeah, demo.java. Right? And let us try to observe. I'll copy the same code from here, paste it over here, and I'll just say here demo. So let us compile this code. Java C demo.java. तो एक डेमो डॉट क्लास बननी चाहिए, करेक्ट, और एक डे डॉट क्लास बननी चाहिए. दोनों डॉट क्लास फाइल्स बन गई बिकॉज आई हैव enum as well as the class. Next, java p minus c day dot class. Please see that here there are 3 fields: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Can you see? एक दो और फील्ड्स जनरेट हुई है जो मैंने खुद से जनरेट किया है, डे नंबर एंड डे नेम. यस और नो? हमने वैल्यूज फंक्शन नहीं बनाया बिकॉज वैल्यूज फंक्शन ऑलरेडी है. वैल्यू ऑफ वो भी सोल कंस्ट्रक्टर का जॉब है. हमने गेट नंबर और गेट नेम ये फंक्शन बनाया तो उसने ये फंक्शंस का भी दे दिया आपको. Have I you can say proved both the points? Soul constructor is getting called, and if you want to add on your own functionality, you can go for the methods inside the class. Okay. All right. Is it okay? Now, in the previous example, we have not given any constants, semicolon. But here there's a syntax that you need to follow. It was not possible in C++. That's what I have said. Java में enum नाम का class है जो आपको उसे customize करने के लिए help करता है. That's how it is. I'll wait over here and then I will go ahead with a string topic after 2 minutes. One more example that I'll show you from the slides. The last example of enum, and then we can go ahead with the strings. Are you looking into the code? Okay. if you pass the value at the time of declaration enum, see, that's what I have proved in the last class, in the last example, I'm sorry. Okay, Shubham, just look into the code. day 3 day 6_3 and day 6_4 दोनों कोड्स को साइड में रख के एक बार रेफर करो what is the difference that we have done, then you will not get confused. Meanwhile, I'll wait. All right, so someone is facing the problem in code utility. Please make sure your system date and system time is correct. Please ensure your time zone is Indian time zone. Second, if you are still facing the problem, close the Sunbeam browser or close your browser, log out from Sunbeam portal, log in it again and click on the code. Because for others, the code utility is working. Shall we go ahead? You can use any method. Miss Sania, if I would have declared the fields as private, then आपको getter setters लगते थे. तो अगर आपने प्राइवेट भी डिक्लेयर किया तो भी चलेगा. अगर प्राइवेट नहीं किया है तो आप उसको पब्लिक डिस्प्ले फंक्शन प्रिंट फंक्शन भी यूज कर सकते हो. The concept remains the same because what is enum ultimately? It is just a class back in the background. Okay, shall we go ahead? Yes. Color.red, color.red.name, they gives the same output because background में name function ही call होता है. I need some feedback into the chat box. Shall we proceed? Are you practicing? Is it done? What's your status at your end? Okay, I'll wait. Guys, if you can observe, please understand. Please understand. अब आप मुझे बताइए, जब मैंने enum day नाम का enum बनाया, तो कितने fields generate होने वाले हैं? Quickly tell me. 3 fields. तीनों भी fields कौन से टाइप के रहेंगे? Public, static, final. Right? Next. जब मैं enum बना रही हूं तो कौन से दो मेथड्स बाय डिफॉल्ट आपके enum में आते हैं? वन इज वैल्यूज, अनदर इज वैल्यू ऑफ. ठीक है, उसके अलावा क्या आपने और दो मेथड्स डिफाइन किए हैं क्या इन दिस कोड? यस, वन इज गेटर फॉर गेटिंग द नंबर, अनदर इज ऑल्सो गेटर फॉर गेटिंग द नेम. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट आपने एक और कंस्ट्रक्टर भी डिफाइन किया. द रीजन इज जो सन नाम का कांस्टेंट है, फॉर दैट यू नीड टू असाइन वन नंबर एंड द डे नेम. तो इनिशियलाइजेशन के लिए मैंने ये कंस्ट्रक्टर बना दिया. तो लॉजिकली थिंक अबाउट इट. व्हेन enum डे का क्लास enum बनेगा, तो एट दैट मोमेंट हाउ मेनी मेथड्स विल बी देयर इन ऑल? How many methods will be there in all in the class definition? First method, value of. Second method, values. Third method, get day number. Fourth method, get day name. And fifth method is a constructor. And the last one is a sole constructor. तो जैसे ही वर्ड enum मिला तो पहले डिफॉल्ट कंस्ट्रक्टर के जैसे सोल कंस्ट्रक्टर कॉल होगा. उसके बाद जब आपने इसे कॉल किया तो बैकग्राउंड में वो कंस्ट्रक्टर चेनिंग करके ये कॉल करता रहेगा. अभी कुछ समझ में आया? इफ आई वांट टू नो द गेट डे नंबर, तो ऑब्वियसली मुझे इसका ऑब्जेक्ट चाहिए. सो डे डॉट सन डॉट गेट नंबर इज नथिंग बट दैट मेथड आई एम क्रिएटिंग. Is it so difficult to understand a concept of classes and object ही हो रहा है ना फिर अभी ultimately? Is it okay? That's the reason I have proved the point by showing you the dot class file. I'm going into the internals so that you can understand. Yes, constants are treated as object, reference variables. ठीक. Shall we go ahead now to the next part, which is called as string? Before proceeding ahead to string, this is one example, which is application of enum. Can you see here? Enum color बनाया है, red, green, blue. It's a default way of or normal way of declaring enum. So for us, there will be a class color extends enum. For us, there will be red, green, blue, 3 fields and 2 methods, values and value of. When I say color dot green, it is pointing to this second location. Can you see switch X? It means that X value will be taken as green. Case red, case green, case blue. So it will say X is a red color, X is a green color, X is a blue color. Did you all understand up to this point? So is my code is more readable? Right. So आप बताइए, in this scenario, can you quickly change this code into addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division? The arithmetic operations using switch case. Perfect. So the one who was asking me for one more practice question. So I'll just edit this and I will just write it for you. The question. The third question is create enum, add, subtract, multiplication, division, and write a switch case for performing the operations. Right? You can create a basic enum having 4 number of values or constants and then just use switch case for performing the operation. Are we okay? Perfect. Shall we go ahead to the next topic? So that is what is all about your enum. Correct? So let us go ahead to the next part, which is called as string. Again, to understand the string topic, you need a little bit linking. And I hope you all are awake. As you know, in Java or in any programming language, you might have heard about the word called as string. So what is string? It is basically set of characters. Right? Or you can say array of characters. In case of C or in case of C++, you are not having a direct data type called as string. That's the reason we have tried to create one array, which is character array. But in Java, you have string as the class. We have string as a class. So let's go to documentation once again. What we are going to see in the topic called as string, let us understand. So we will first see in java.lang package, there's a class which is called as string class. There's a class which is called as string buffer. There's a third variation which is string builder. Then in java.util, there's one more class somewhere. There is string tokenizer. String tokenizer. Correct? There are some pattern matchers and so on, but we'll not go in that much detail. We will see these 4 classes and that's sufficient. So let us say we'll go for java.lang package. Now we will go to string class. Correct? So whenever, apart from that, in your java.lang package, there is one class which is character class. Correct? Character is a wrapper class which wraps around the value and which is of type char. So अगर small char कहा तो it will be a primitive type. Capital character कहा तो it will be a non-primitive type. Small char is of value type. Capital character is of reference type. Correct? Next. Whenever you are talking about character set, do you know which character set you have seen in C programming? ASCII. ASCII characters. Perfect. Next. Do you know which characters you have used in C++ programming? It is Unicode. Perfect. Now, next point. Whenever you are talking about Unicode, so Unicode and ASCII में difference क्या है? Any idea? Right. Listen carefully. When you go for ASCII, it's having 0 to 255 values, right? But when you say Unicode, its character size is more. So if the character size is more, it is from 0 to 65,536, correct? And that's why जितने भी number of characters आप print करते हो, they all go into Unicode character set. The reason is when you say Unicode, it is having a bigger storage of characters. So for example, when you go for higher language, other country languages, maybe Japanese or any other languages, in that case, there is a limitation on ASCII. Yeah, you might have seen when you do some chatting in WhatsApp, you have different emoji icons, right? So some smileys there and some flowers are there. So they always take one character, correct? The reason is they all belong to one numeric constant in the Unicode character set, and that's why they take a one character, correct? So there's a website, somewhere it is written unicode.org. Just let me see. Yeah, here. The fields and the methods of the character class are defined in terms of character from Unicode standard. So the file is available from Unicode Consortium at unicode.org. If you go to unicode.org, it will show you all the symbols that you use in different languages. All these symbols are having number of each Unicode character set is having its own unique value. So you can see this website later on if you want. You can see the different number of characters, that you can see how basically Unicode character sets are there, correct? So this is the website where the complete file is available, which character is given which unique value, and that unique value is from 0 to 65,536, right? So the char data type, therefore the character object encapsulate, are based on original Unicode specifications. So these specifications are fixed, the constant numbers are fixed, and that's why we go for Unicode character set. Why I came to this point, Unicode character set, it is because when we talk about the topic called a string, the string is nothing but set of characters, correct? So let me come back to the slides. We have seen java.lang.character. It is a final class which is declared in java.lang package. We have seen they all are basically from Unicode scalar values, and that's why the table is present on this website. Let us talk about string. When you say string, it is sequence of characters. In Java programming language, strings are objects. Now, before proceeding ahead, suppose I'm saying I'm creating one employee emp is equal to new employee. Bracket में I'm passing one ID and I'm passing name. So do you all know at this moment, maybe I'm saying E2, maybe I'm saying employee E1 is equal to new employee. So this is the first object which is created and this is the second object which gets created. लेकिन why we say it's an object? Because there is a new keyword. Do you agree? Do you agree? Right. Similarly, when I'm saying I'm writing string name is equal to Akshita. In this case, can you please tell me at this moment what this name indicates? At this moment, I'll say name is an object. Name is an object. Why it is so? It is because in Java, string is nothing but the class. तो क्लास के आगे अगर मैंने उसे कुछ वैल्यू इनिशियलाइज कर दी है, आई हैव ऑलरेडी असाइन्ड सम वैल्यू टू इट, तो देन आई से इट इज एन ऑब्जेक्ट, राइट? बट इफ आई एम सेइंग आई हैव क्रिएटेड स्ट्रिंग s2, दैट्स इट. In this scenario, what is s2? It's a reference. All right. Now the question will come to your mind कि मैम हम जब ऑब्जेक्ट बनाते हैं तो नॉर्मली तो न्यू लिखते हैं, तो यहां पे हमने न्यू क्यों नहीं लिखा? The reason behind that is, let's come to the documentation. It's written very clearly. Check this out. When you say string str is equal to something which is in double quotes is equal to this data, I'll just copy this. How this is getting converted. Whenever you write string name, in this case, it is basically converted as one data array A, K, S, H, maybe I, maybe T, maybe A. It is nothing but set of characters which it take in a character array, and behind the scene, it gives a call new string and take this character array and store it into string name. That means this whole scenario, one line gets converted internally into these two lines. तो मुझे दो लाइंस लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. एक ही लाइन लिखने से मेरा जो कोड है automatically it will understand it is a character array and automatically it will understand it is storing the data in the string. So this is nothing but the representation of this. It is equivalent to this. So can you see here, we have created, or compiler have created new string on its own. इसलिए आप यहाँ पे string name ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो. Are we okay? Have you understood up to this point? There is a difference over here, but I'm just introducing few points over here. How internally it is represented as object. Have you understood? So it's mentioned. Strings are constant. Their values cannot be changed after they are created. String buffer support mutable strings. Here you have to understand. Strings are immutable. Immutable means they cannot be changed. We will prove all these points, but for that, I need to take some examples. Just listen to some topics first. Have you understood the reason behind why we write string name is equal to this, and how does it get converted into the character array, and how the new string is created? Are we okay up to this point? Perfect. Next. All right. All right. Shall we go ahead now? यहाँ तक समझ में आया? Right. Now, there's a next point. To understand the string topic, you need initial concentration, then it will go easy. So, in Java programming, strings are objects. I have proved this point. We can use different classes to manipulate the strings. Java.lang.string, it's an immutable character sequence. Java.lang.string buffer, it is mutable character sequence. Java.lang.string builder, it is mutable character sequence. I'll prove the property called as immutable and mutable. For time being, you can listen. Immutable means once initialized cannot be changed. Mutable means once initialized it can be changed on the same location. So strings are always immutable. There are three other different classes: string tokenizer, regex dot pattern, and matcher, rarely used, but we will see examples of up to string tokenizer. Correct? Now, before proceeding ahead, there is, you can say, a complete, you can say, a new concept with respect to string in case of Java. Something called as literal and something called as non-literal. Correct? Now, as I'm saying, the string is actually of two types, whether they are literal strings, whether they are non-literal strings. What is its meaning? Just give me next 10 minutes, you will understand. I'll repeat 2 times because I know this topic is a little bit tricky. When I say a string in Java, it can be created in 2 ways. For example, I'm saying string str is equal to Sunbeam. This is one way to create a string. And on the similar lines, if I'm saying string s2 is equal to new string, bracket mein I'm passing Sunbeam, this is also valid to create a string. Correct? So this is first way of creating a string. This is the second way of creating a string. Now, whenever you are creating a string directly with the equal sign, then it is called as literal. And when you are using new with a string, that is called as non-literal. Did you all understand the meaning of literal and non-literal? If you create a string with, I'm repeating twice. If you create a string with the equal sign only, we say it's a literal. And when you say, I have created a string which is equal to new string by allocating a memory to it, then it is called as non-literal. Have you all understood the first difference? How to identify whether the string is literal or whether the string is non-literal. Perfect. Next point. Why we say it's a literal? Because when we create a literal, it is stored in literal pool, or we say a string pool. So that's why it is called as literal string. Now, how does it gets allocated? Ultimately, they both are objects, correct? So initially, everyone knows there is a memory allotment for the objects. In which area? Quickly tell me. Object gets the space into heap area. In your heap area, there is one more table or one more area which is maintained. And that area is called as a string pool or a literal pool. So please concentrate very carefully. So now, if I'm saying I'm writing string str is equal to Sunbeam. So what is happening inside the memory? Inside the memory, there will be one Sunbeam string stored in a literal pool because it's a literal. So there is something called as str, where this str is holding this Sunbeam. I'll say str. Next, next point. When I'm saying I have created s2 is equal to new Sunbeam, new string Sunbeam. In this case, is it a literal? No. So what will happen? This entry will be made in the heap area, but not inside the literal pool. So what will happen? Here, S2 will be stored, and S2 is going to point one data which is in the heap area, but not in the literal pool. And that is called as non-literal. So S2 is going to point inside the heap area, but not in the literal pool. Have you understood up to this point? Now, next point. Please understand. Suppose I'm creating string S3 is equal to Sunbeam. Quickly tell me, is it a literal or a non-literal? Everyone is concluding it's a literal. So, is this literal is present in the literal pool? Yes or no? Yes, it is present. So what the compiler will do? The compiler will just create one reference, which is S3. Is it pointing to the literal pool? Yes. To which data? To Sunbeam data only. It will not create a new copy for this. And that is what is the need of literal pool. अगर मेरा डेटा ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग है तो वो लिटरल है तो लिटरल पूल में ही जाएगा. Now, listen very carefully. Suppose I'm having one more string S4 is equal to Sunbeam. Again, is it a literal? Yes, it's a literal. So at this moment, again, S4 reference will be created. But do I have already the data Sunbeam? Yes, so it will go here and put it into the literal pool. So at this moment, I am concluding that this reference for str, for S3 and for S4 इन सब का रेफरेंस सेम रहेगा. अभी कुछ समझ में आया एवरीवन? नाउ suppose let me complete. Suppose then you can ask the questions. Suppose I'm saying string S5 is equal to small Sunbeam. स्मॉल लेटर में मैंने सनबीम लिखा या सनबीम एंड स्मॉल में लिखा. नाउ टेल मी, आर दे सेम और आर दे डिफरेंट? They are different literals. So can I say at this moment one more S5 reference will be created? Will it be entry inside the literal pool or outside the literal pool? Since it's a literal, so it will have the entry in the literal pool. So here it is going to point at this location. So can I say here the reference is going to be stored at S5 will be 100% difference because Java is case sensitive. कुछ समझ में आया everyone? यहाँ तक समझ में आया? Now, coming back to this point, let us assume one more point. Suppose I'm saying I have string S6 is equal to new string and I'm saying one more time Sunbeam. Quickly tell me, what is S6? S6 is a non-literal. When I'm saying S6 is a non-literal, so again there will be one more reference which will be created. Can you please tell me, is it inside the literal pool? No, it will be outside the literal pool. Can I say here S2 के साथ भी मैंने न्यू लिखा है, S6 के साथ भी मैंने न्यू लिखा है, तो 100% S6 ऑब्जेक्ट को उसकी खुद की मेमोरी लोकेशन मिलेगी. Are we okay? Of course, yes. It means, can I say in this scenario, यहाँ का initial code और यहाँ का code, that means this address may come different and this data, this address is stored into S6. कुछ समझ में आया everyone? Perfect. By the way, am I talking about the content? No, I am talking about two different references. जब आप S2 और S6 को मैच करोगे तो आपको शायद सेम भी आ सकता है because OS may be doing some comparison in the background. But for me or for us as a understanding point of view, I have used new keyword first time, new keyword second time. तो obviously दो बार मेमोरी एलोकेशन होगा. डेटा कुछ भी हो, आपने न्यू दो बार लिखा है तो न्यू की वजह से दो बार मेमोरी एलोकेशन होगा ना. Two different objects are there. Correct. Are we okay? Perfect. Now, let us say I'm writing string S7 is equal to new string and inside the bracket Sunbeam. At this moment, quickly tell me, is it a literal or a non-literal? S7, it is non-literal. Next, will it get the space inside the literal pool or outside the literal pool? It is going to get outside the literal pool. Next, will it point to the same as S2 or S6 or will get a different memory location? It is going to get a different memory location. Correct. But if I say here I'm using the method called as intern. In this case, if I say I'll use a method intern means it will first see it's a non-literal, but intern की वजह से it will point to same memory location where my literal pool is present. So intern method will help me to, you can say, point to the data which is there in the literal pool. So S7, though it's a non-literal, but because of intern, it goes into the literal pool and point at that memory location. Okay, new string किया, नया memory तो मिलेगा, लेकिन नया memory मिलने के बाद it will observe, oh, I have got an intern method. So it means, in short, convert a non-literal into literal. That's how it will go. कुछ समझ में आया? Everyone. If the data is not present in the literal pool, then intern will put that data in the literal. Entry है ही नहीं, तो नया entry create करके literal pool में enter करेगा. That's how it is. This is literal and non-literal. Okay? Anu, can you see? I've written something. Ultimately, जो भी डेटा है आपका ऑब्जेक्ट्स का, वो कहाँ पे क्रिएट होगा? हीप एरिया में ही होगा ना? Got it. Good. Now, someone is asking me what is the advantage? अरे आपको एडवांटेज नहीं दिख रहा है क्या? कि अगर लिटरल पूल में डेटा है तो पूल में ऑलरेडी एक टाइप का डेटा एक ही बार हो रहा है, तो मेरा मेमोरी सेव हो रहा है. इज इट व्हाट इज द एडवांटेज? यस, ऑफ कोर्स. सो नाउ प्लीज टेल मी, if I'll say str is double equal to S3. Now let us understand. When you say double equal to, it is basically trying to compare. str क्या है? Object. S3 क्या है? Object. जब भी आप किसी दो ऑब्जेक्ट्स को प्रिंट करते हो तो क्या प्रिंट होता है? हैश कोड प्रिंट होता है. तो str एंड S3 इन दोनों का हैश कोड सेम है क्या? यस. Is it going to return me true? Answer is yes. Okay. Next, if I'm saying, let us take one more time, S3 double equal to S4. What is S3? It is a string object. What is S4? It's a string object. When you print string, when you print object, it goes into the hash code. So S3 ka hash code and S4 ka hash code, are they same? Yes. So it is going to return me true. Next, if I'm saying, let me compare str equal to S5. At this moment, will you please tell me, S3 and S5 and str, are they having the same hash code? No. So it's going to return me false. Are we okay with the point? Double equal to is used for comparing the hash code of these. str and S5 दोनों का हैश कोड डिफरेंट है, बिकॉज str एंड S5 दोनों ऑब्जेक्ट्स है, तो दोनों ऑब्जेक्ट्स का हैश कोड डिफरेंट है, तो इक्वल इक्वल सिंबल जस्ट चेक्स द हैश कोड वैल्यू. इफ द हैश कोड वैल्यू इज डिफरेंट, इट इज गोइंग टू रिटर्न मी फॉल्स. अब आप मुझे बताइए, अगर मैं S2 इक्वल इक्वल टू S6 बोलती हूँ, आर दे इक्वल? हैश कोड मेथड दोनों का हैश कोड अलग अलग है, बट Are they both string objects? Yes. In this case, you may receive true. क्यों? बिकॉज ये बैकग्राउंड में स्ट्रिंग ऑब्जेक्ट डबल इक्वल टू के बदले इक्वल्स मेथड को कॉल कर रहा है. I'll prove these points with the help of example. Let me take equals first. Hold on. If I write str dot equals s3. अब what is this equals method? Equals method is used for comparing the content within it. तो str and s3 दोनों के कंटेंट सेम है क्या? ट्रू. When I say s5 dot equals maybe s3, दोनों के कंटेंट डिफरेंट है. It is going to return false. कुछ समझ में आया? Everyone? So double equal to is used for comparison between the hash code values, and you can say single equals method used for comparing the data inside it. I hope you have understood the things. You can, because ultimately they are the objects. Akshay. We can compare literal, non-literal, लेकिन comparison का result vary होता है. The reason is one is literal, another is non-literal. Even though the data is same, it may give you the answer as false. We will see through the program, don't worry. But did you all get up to this point so that I can go ahead in the slides? Whatever I have spelled out, it's there on the slides. Let's read it first. There are two ways. Shall I wait on to this diagram or shall I proceed? Are you guys there? Looking into the diagram? Okay, I'll wait. All right. Thank you. I'll repeat once again. I'll show you one more diagram. People are saying wait. I'm waiting for you. If it is done, just let me know. All right. Yes, we will see through program. Don't worry. These things will come with the practice where it is giving equal, where to go for equals. I'll give you one basic example first, and then we can see in detail tomorrow. No worries. That's what I've said. Please wait. I'll help you out in printing the hash codes as well as in comparing with equal and equals. I've just introduced the 2 points, double equal to and equals. Okay? It's just the start. All right. Let's observe then. So there are 2 ways to create a string in Java. One is string literal and string object. So अगर आप यहाँ पे देखेंगे string s1, it's a hello. So hello is one literal. String s2, it is again hello, it is again a literal. तो s1 and s2 इन दोनों का reference same रहेगा. दोनों का entry literal table में ही रहेगा. String s3 is equal to new s1, it's a non-literal. So non-literal means it will have an entry outside the literal pool. It is also called as a string literal or string literal pool or literal pool. When you say string s4 is equal to hello, it's again a literal. So here it is also called as constant pool, constant table, and there is an area which is a heap memory. So I've given you example of literal versus non-literal. When you write s1 is equal to this or s2 is equal to this, they both are called as literals. There, when you say s1 equal to s2, it is going to display true because s1 and s2 both will point to the literal pool. But if I'm saying s1 and s2 initially is equal to hello world, new hello world, when you say s1 and s2, if both are equal, it will display false. Because here they are non-literal, entry is not made into the literal pool. So when you create a string object using new operator, it creates a new object in the heap memory, and that's called as non-literal. Next, let us understand. Please observe carefully and just let me know. I'm asking you a question. Can you please tell me S1 by looking into this example? Is it a literal or a non-literal? Give me a quick answer. I've taken this code from some page of internet, but it is easy to understand. It's a literal? Yes. Entry कहाँ पे जाएगी? Literal pool में. Is it pointing to the same memory one entry? Literal pool, string constant pool inside the Java heap memory. Perfect. Next, S2. Is it a literal or a non-literal? Non-literal. Is the entry is made outside the literal pool? Yes. Again, string S3, ABC. It is a literal, but do I have already a ABC available over here? Yes. So here it will point to the same location. Next, S4. It's a non-literal. Non-literal kaha, new memory allocate ho jayegi. They are not in the string pool. Again, S5, new string ABC. सिर्फ इतना लिखती थी तो वो नॉन लिटरल हो जाता है but not intern किया it will not create a separate space in the outside the literal pool. It will point to the same memory location available into this. And when you say string A2 is equal to DEF, I have a literal, but this value of literal is not present in the literal pool. Definitely DEF will have its own, you can say, concept called as literal, you can say separate memory. Did you all get the difference between literal versus non-literal now? Is there any point of confusion? No. Good. Let us go ahead then. Observe. अगर मेरे पास लिटरल पूल में वो स्ट्रिंग का एंट्री है ही नहीं और मैंने इंटर्न यूज किया तो वो पहले लिटरल पूल में सर्च करेगा. अगर लिटरल पूल में नहीं है तो इट विल क्रिएट अ न्यू लिटरल इनसाइड द लिटरल टेबल ओनली. That's basically how it will go. Okay? All right. Good. Let us observe the next point. Can you please observe this code? In this code, I have declared one integer num. Num is a local variable where it will get the space in the stack area. Again, I have created string name is equal to Java. It is an object. तो आपको याद है स्टैक में सिर्फ रेफरेंस का नाम रहता है नेम. ये लिटरल है तो यहाँ पे स्ट्रिंग पूल में जाएगा और जावा यहाँ पे स्टोर करेगा. डेमो डी इज इक्वल टू न्यू डेमो इज अ वन ऑब्जेक्ट. तो डी को भी कहीं तो स्टैक में ही जगह मिलेगा. हीप एरिया में यहाँ पे डेमो ऑब्जेक्ट रहेगा. Guys, I cannot say demo d is equal to new demo is a non-literal. Literal and non-literal के कैटेगरी में string ही concept आता है. Is it okay? Never say demo d is equal to new demo is one non-literal. No, you're wrong then. Last 30 minutes I'm talking only about literal and non-literal. ये क्या है demo d is equal to new demo? Is it a non-literal? How can you say that? It is just an object, guys. It is just an object. Perfect. Good. I hope you have got my point. I've tried to make it very easy and I tried to make it very simplified also. But after listening that simplified explanation, if you say demo D is equal to new demo, it means you're not awake. Please be awake. I request to everyone. Correct. Shall we go ahead? Was the explanation was sufficient and understandable? कुछ सीखा तुम आप लोगों ने? Was it clear, crystal clear? Perfect. Good. So let us go ahead then. We will write one small program, then we can stop. We will see literal versus non-literal declaration. Correct? So let us talk about one basic example. Suppose I'm saying I'm creating string s1 is equal to hello. Quickly tell me what exactly it is. It is a literal string object. Perfect. Next. I'm saying string s2 is equal to new string. Bracket में I'm saying s1. अब आप मुझे बताइए what is s2? S2 is non-literal string. Correct. When I'm saying string S3 is equal to hello, once again, can you please tell me what is S3? It's a literal string. Literal string. Next, if I'm saying string S4 is equal to hello, what exactly S4 is? S4 is also a literal string. Correct. Let's try to go ahead step by step. I'm saying S1 equal to S2. Let us execute this. Can you see I'm getting false? एक literal है, एक non-literal है. दोनों का comparison going to be false only. Is it okay? False. The reason I'll write one is literal, another is non-literal. Is it okay? ठीक. Shall I proceed? But if I write S1 dot equals S2. Now, what is S1? It's a string. What is S2? It's a string. Let us first execute and check. Am I getting true? Yes. Let's observe. Let's go to the string class. Let's observe the methods. And in methods, let's check if you have equals method. Can you see equals method? Right? Compares the string to the specified object and it will return Boolean. It means when you use equals method, how does the comparison is done? The comparison is done, it's returning true. If the argument is not null, that is true. And it is returning true if it represents the same sequence of characters as an object. Have you understood why equals method have given us true? It is because it is having same sequence of characters. That's correct. कुछ समझ में आया? Everyone? Yes or no? Perfect. Next. System.out.println. If I'm saying S1 equal to S3. So if you want, I'll write here S1 equal to S2. थोड़ा सा readability बढ़ेगा. Here I'll write S1 dot equals S2. And here I'll write S1 equal to S3. Quickly tell me, S1 and S3, they both belong to constant pool. So please check S1 and S3. It should give true. Give me a second. I'll put it into brackets like this. Let's check. It's giving true. Are we okay? Bracket makes a huge difference over here because plus is used for concatenation, the string. यहाँ तक समझ में आया? Everyone? Why it is giving me true? Because they both are literals. Right. Next. दोनों का entry literal pool में है. इसलिए equal हमें true दे रहा है. If I say S1 equals S3, what it will be? Can you see it's giving true? Yes or no? Perfect. Next, let us check once again. S1 and S4, what it will be? S1 equal to S4. S1 is having hello, S4 is also having hello, but यहाँ पे capital H है. So equals and equal to, both are going to give me false and false. Okay, but if I just say S1 equal ignore case, there's a method equal ignore case. So I'll just write it. S1 dot equals ignore case S4. Now it is going to give me answer as true. Are we okay? Did you all get yes or no? Perfect. Next, let us try to print. Maybe let's work with the last thing, hash code. If I say S1 dot hash code, there's a method. And let us say I'll put /t and I'll print S2 dot hash code. Let's execute this. Can you see S1 का hash code and S2 का hash code? They are going to be same. क्योंकि जहां पे मेरा S1 पॉइंट कर रहा है उसी लोकेशन पे मेरा S2 का भी डेटा पॉइंट कर रहा है. हैश कोड दोनों का सेम दिखा रहा है. ओके, हैव यू ऑल अंडरस्टूड अप टू दिस पॉइंट? राइट. जब आप डबल इक्वल टू यूज करते हो, इट कंपेयर्स द डबल इक्वल टू कंपेयर्स हैश कोड and equals compares contents. Okay, did you all get up to this point? Yes or no? Any questions so far? Ignore case will ignore the case value. Initially आपने S1 and S4 दोनों को चेक किया equals के साथ, it have returned me false because S1 में HELLOH small है. S4 is having capital H as the beginning. That's why initially it has given me false. But when I have used a function equals ignore case, in that case, it is going to go for something called as true. Guys, when I'm saying S1 equal to S2, one is literal, another is non-literal. That's why. Okay? Is it okay? All right. So did you all get up to this point? So tomorrow we will see the string class methods. We will see string buffer, string builder. And I will prove the points, which is called as mutable and immutable tomorrow. Because till the time I'll not teach you string buffer, तो आपको mutable, immutable नहीं समझ में आएगा. Can you see this line? दोनों का hash code same क्यों आया? क्योंकि आपने S1 string बनाया, कोई तो कोई रेफरेंस मिलेगा. S2 को आपने ब्रैकेट में S1 ही पास किया है, तो जहां मेरा S1 पास कर रहा है उधर ही S2 ट्रीट होगा. Is it similar to your reference copy that we have already seen? Yes, got it. Perfect. So with this, I will stop over here. Whatever programs we have seen today with respect to, first we have seen something called as 2D array. Then we have talked about enum. And then we have talked about, you can say, string topic. So I want everyone to be comfortable in all the three topics. These three topics are a little bit tricky, so need a little bit practice. Tomorrow, I'll not repeat again what is literal and non-literal. What do you mean by equal, equal, and equals? We will see different examples with respect to string, but we will go ahead with the new topics tomorrow, right? Thank you very much. I'll stop here. If you have any queries, then please do ask. Video I will upload at the earliest. Thank you.